Hey everyone, welcome or welcome back here to my channel where I play Planet Zoo. My name is Nissa and today we are looking at the Ankole-Watusi mud. I'm not sure that's how you pronounce it, but that's apparently how I pronounce it. It's made by Leaf and Bubblywums, and as you can see here in the picture below me, it is cattle in the cow look-alike cattle. But they have these very unique horns. These horns though comes in a few different variants. Some of them go. I'm actually just gonna I had it here. I think. As you can see here, there's some where they are very like straight, and some of them where they are very like a bend and very narrow compared to others. I'm not sure if it's gendered or if it's different breeds of them or something like that, but it's just be aware that they come in a few different variants. Uh, Besides that, a lot of things that counts with these are normal cattle features. They have this very square face, a rounded body, and yeah, cattle like fur, though I know cattle again come in many breeds, so there's long haired and short haired, for instance, but it's the easiest way to pronounce it. There's no specific patterns for these. They can be completely brown or red, or be almost white, with patterns and such. It's very much. Let's get into the game, though. I also need to pull up the game here. And as you can see here, we have a lot of different variations. I'm not sure. Yeah, I can pull this one up a little more. If we look at this beautiful male, for instance, he is very dark. I think completely dark. Yes, he has no patterns. It have no name, this coloration. I don't think any of them have. This one is a female though, but have this much lighter variation. Though I think all of the variations comes in both males and females, but that doesn't hinder your um, ability to tell the difference between uh, males and females. The male is just much more bigger, more prominent in features, and have a much more wrinkly skin here, which is something that is something a lot of cattle do. I will just say I'm pretty sure it's about to take a shit, and that's why the tail is up. It's not supposed to be. Yeah, not supposed to be like that. We also have a lot of babies. I only put 10 of them in here, but then I left the room and you know what happens. You can see over here we also have another colorations. So we have a lot going on, and as you can see, they do swim. Let's jump into Supedia, and I'm just stopping the time so we don't get any more in here because it's kind of hard to tell them apart at this point. They are domesticated. I actually thought some of them also was wild. Like there's a wild and a domesticated variation, but it doesn't seem like it. Um, they are from Africa, but domesticated globally. It's kind of like the llama. I know someone here in Denmark who are llamas. Oh, don't know them, but I know where they are. So a lot of domesticated animal. If you really want to get them, you can get them in the entire world. Um, they live in grassland and desert biomes and need 250 square meters of land and nothing else. But as you saw, they do swim, so it is a possibility. Live in places for 16 to 42 degrees Celsius, so make sure on the hot days they have some shadow to take a nap under. And you need a grade 4 fins. These are heavy pillows and they have a lot of bronze with them. And they need to be 6.6 feet tall, which is 2 meters. Group sizes can vary from 4 to 30, and it seems like the gender balance doesn't really matter. um, Social hierarchy is constantly in flux based on small fights, very normal with cattle. Polyamorous, matriarchal, triine, mature males related to alpha become outsiders. Okay, so it's only males and it need to be related to the alpha. It didn't actually specify if males or females were the alpha, but I assume based on cattle that it can be both, based on if you have a all-female flock of cattle. One of them will always be the leaders, and you will have small sub-leaders under her. But of course, there's a reason why you wouldn't have the male going in there, because they are really dominant. Anyway, they are confident about humans, and humans can enter the habitat. They grow to about 8 feet tall, both males and females, which didn't look like it. 8 feet tall, that would be roughly 2.5 meters. So these are big fellows, live for around 20 years. Again, if they are domesticated and bred for meat, they will probably not get that old. The males weigh around 150 pounds, which really isn't that much. That's roughly 700 kilos, which I think there's a mistake here, because a normal milk cow bull can weigh 150 kilos, which would be more than double of this. So I think there's something wrong here. It seems very small. So maybe this should have been kilos and not pounds, but I'm not sure about it. And again, I didn't research these animals specifically. They just seem too heavy to only weigh 150 pounds, especially because horns are heavy. But female 1,100 pounds, which would be around 500 kilos, which is the normal Holstein size. But again, horns are heavy. They reach sexual maturity at the age of 2 and can reproduce until they turn 20. Get a single offspring every second year and are pregnant for 11 months. Should be easy to get to reproduce in captivity. I didn't have any issues around it. They have a few things here. They have both large balls and both skittles, the rubbing pillar and the rubbing trees, grapple, mud bath, and herb scent marker. For food enrichments, it's the large barrel feeder, the grassing ball feeder, and the hanging grasser feeder. I think it's pretty much what you think it would be. And here you can see we have a lot of the savanna animals as interspecies enrichments: African buffalo, black wildebeest, common ostrich, common warhawk, plain zebra, reticulated giraffes, sable antelope, southern white rhinoceros, springbok, and Thompson's gazelle. But a few of them do miss. For instance, the blue wildebeest is one that I can see right of that way. I also think they're missing a few antelope species, but I'm not sure about that because I feel like we have a lot. Yeah, sometimes I get confused between mudded animals and in-game animals because I use a lot of mods. Anyway, he's looking so cute over here. Why shouldn't we look at his horns first? I love horns. I have a few drinking horns actually. Well, they are short horns because I can't handle the big horns, so I have like half a liter horns. Only use them on markets and such, but here it is. It is a little blurry when you go this close, but I don't think the mother intended me to get this close. But overall, we have that rough feeling of I want to say a live horn. Again, drinking horns are really much stripped down. All of this texture is ripped off and we only have the clean cut underneath. But this does looks really, really good. I do like that we have all the nooks and crannies. Again, these will fight, so they will actually make small indents in each other's horns doing this fight. I do, however, feel like this texture have gotten a little more love than this texture, and especially this texture. But besides that, again, beautiful. The eye looks really good. I think, again, cows in general have these beautiful dark eyes, which I really do like. The green around it looks a little weird, and also with the transition from the eye area to the fur here is a little rough, to be honest. We have a little glitch in there. Keep in mind that maybe my computer, so it may not happen on yours. Fur texture, when you look like this, it looks really good. We have those single strands of hair looking really nice with a good natural length. It's not like we have one that's just followed the face all the time or something like that. The nose here have a little bit of the same issue as the eyes, that with this change between nose and skin before the fur, looking a little weird. But besides that, both up here looks great and down here looks great. And you need to zoom this much in to actually see it. Just out here where you would play your game all further away, it would not be an issue. Again, fur texture looks really, really good. And for me, it looks like they got that really good balance in there. I assume, yeah, here, same issue. But again, these looks good and this looks good. So yeah, I really don't have anything bad to say about it. Depending on if you see that small thing as bad, but it's not something that would make me not want to use it. I don't have any suit going right now where I can use it, but I think I'm gonna put it in my back catalog and pull it out when you least expect it. I think these are scratches. This is injured, right? Yeah, this is injured, so these are injuries. It's not a pattern, but these small spots are pattern. And I really like that you have the opportunity to have a small flock where they're not all the same. Again, if you have 30 of them or you have as many of me, I have no idea how many I have. Some of them will, of course, be the same. And you can see even the cattle, like this is a neutral brown color and this is more red color. And I also saw we had one that was white on the back. Where did it go? I saw one. I'm pretty sure I saw one. Maybe it was in my head. That's also a possibility. I just thought I saw one that was white on the back also. But again, that may just be me. But I do really appreciate that they have all of these different variations. And again, these seems to be the same, all three of them. So it looks very, when they all like this, and it actually helps with the scratches. But you can control that part if you want to. But again, we also have redder color and more neutral color. So yeah, overall, a beautiful mod, highly recommended for me. Again, babies, beautiful fur, nice texture. The change in between color, I didn't say that on the adult, I think, but it looks really cute. The babies though are a little more fluffy than the adults, so we run into a tiny bit of the fluffiness issue, especially if I do like this. But it's not bad at all, and we can also see the rig if you get the right angle on it. But again, it's really small details, and just to make sure no one thinks this one is stuffed, you are supposed on most cattle to actually see the backbone of them. It is like if they are well fed and not fat, you can see that. It also okay actually if it hangs a little bit like this. Can also hang a little bit more. It can also have a small hole there, not a big hole, but a small hole. So these aren't like even like how you would feed milk cows, but because I assume these are for meat, then you feed them more. But it's just so no one thinks, oh, they look stuffed or anything like that. No, they do not. They look well fed. And then they get the bone texture in here, which looks different depending on their standing or laying. And I really appreciate that as a person that have worked with cows. Again, a lot of these features would be the same. They made otters! Why didn't I see that before? They did it. They did it. Oh my god, I love you guys. I have been after the sheep and the goats and other bovines because they didn't have others. These ones have. The next is just that, okay, it's a little uneven, but honestly, some cattle have really uneven udders. These ones are more straight. And just to make sure, they are actually born with udders, but they are all the way up here so you can't see them. And the more babies they get, the bigger it will become, and it can actually lean all the way down here, but it can also be nice and tight up here. It's not all cows where it grows by the cattle. Some of them keep the small one, and some of them just get these massive one quickly. But in general, it changes a little bit with every calf. So I would actually like the colorations also have different size of that. But honestly, I'm just in love with this. It actually also looks great when they lay down. The only thing is that depending on how full it is, these would like hang downwards. If it's very full, it will stand up because it's full, like a balloon. It hangs or point more outwards if it's full of air. Sorry. I'm really happy here. I'm really happy. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah. You guys just made me so goddamn happy. The only thing with the animation that I saw was weird is that I was looking at this scratching tree over here, and when they scratch on it, because the horns aren't actually a part of the rig, so they just clipped right through the tree. You can just choose some other enrichments, and I also seen when they go inside or around things, sometimes their horns clip. They also clip on each other. You see here, but it's not worse than what we have seen with other mutts or animals from Frontier even. But it's just something I will say, if it matters to you, be aware of it. It doesn't matter to me, to be honest. I'm just happy. Well, I'm not happy about you standing inside of another cow here, but can we just agree that these are beautiful and ended there? I think that's the best things to do. So, as always, guys, you know the drill. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell notification so you know the next time I upload a video. I really hope to see you again, either in the comments below or in the next video. Bye, guys.